I'm going to be giving away a bunch of Hogyoku fragments, true Hogyoku fragments, and skill boxes in my Discord. So if you want to enter any of those giveaways, join the link in the description.
So gay. Duality is just so gay.
What is that? What is even that? What is even that, bro? Oh my god. Nah. God, the true stun. I can't move.
It's just so fun.
What the fuck? Yo.
Why is Miss getting brutally fucking molested?
Oh my god. I can't move.
I'm just gonna find the formulas, I guess.
Shine, boys, is good. So, this video is going to be basically talking about HAKUDA. Specifically, I could talk about a bunch of things that also need a nerf. And since I am on the balancing team, there is a lot of things to address, don't get me wrong. Like the fact that Kyokusuyetsu can tag team and spam a bunch of stuff on you. Not very fair to turn a 1v1 into a 2v1 by using a counter that has no sound cue, no wind up. But I'm not going to talk about Kyokusuyetsu in this video, maybe next video. Today, we're talking about HAKUDA specifically. As you saw in the first clip, I got absolutely violated. And it's not just the true stun on HAKUDA, it's also formless combined with duality combined. Like, bro, there's a lot going on. And some of you might say skill, but if skill is playing a memory game where you memorize what buttons to press in what order, then sure, yeah, that's very skillful. In my opinion, I think skill is more in mechanical terms where you're actually having to think about what you're doing instead of pressing preset keys that you already know what to press. Like, dude, it's not gameplay. That's just doing an auto combo. And I think that's what people get really mad about with HAKUDA. The fact that HAKUDA lifts you up into the air gives you basically a few options, right? Usually people will probably lift you up and then spine rend just to get rid of your hyper armor move, and then you get hit by the rest of it. If they don't use spine rend, or if you instead don't use like a hyper armor move and you just block, then they're probably going to drop their whole combo. If you use a hyper armor move and they don't use spine rend, then their combo is also getting dropped. Like, it's either one, and then after that the rest of their combo is set. It's done, you're cooked. And if you miss a parry, then you're also kind of cooked because the moves do a lot of damage, and the only counterplay is to either use a hyper armor move, try to double dash out, or parry, maybe block, I don't know, but you might just get block broken. So you never really know. And the fact that you have such less options while you're trying to get out of their combo that they started with one move is kind of crazy, because with other skill trees like Kendo and stuff, you have a lot more options of what to do, like where to go, where to move. In HAKUDA, you get stun locked into one position in a 1v1 straight in their face. So if you have Kido or something, you're just cooked. Even ground HAKUDA though, it still has a bunch of stun, and as you can see in the clip, I was spamming Q, spamming it. I was spamming Q, spamming F. There's genuinely nothing I could have done. And I guess Formless adds on to that. I don't know exactly what Formless does, but it seems like the crit on it has a bunch of stun too. Cause I even got hit by that Tora Reach, which I would not have gotten hit by. And this video isn't to say HAKUDA is unfair. I just think it's the playstyle of HAKUDA that's unfair. It's the fact that it has so much stun, and it has so many things that restrict your options compared to other skill trees. Like even Aikido, still they're gonna run and spam, and you have very little options there too. But with HAKUDA, you're forced to close range, and you're forced to use specific moves to actually change you being in a combo. Overall, I think that's the issue with HAKUDA, and it's what makes people not like it and hate it, because you really feel like you can't do anything midair or even in any HAKUDA combo. And on top of that, they really be glazing HAKUDA with this formless style and the ultra skills, and bro, it's just crazy. I don't know why it's like that, but they did recently nerf it. I haven't noticed any signs of that nerf, and honestly, I wish I could have tested Kyokusuyetsu or duality a little bit more, because in the test server, or I guess in the balancing team, the whole balancing team didn't really test either of those. It was only like a few people that got to test it, and then it got released. So I don't know. In my opinion, I think we should really let more of the balancing team test more things, because formless only like 2 people used that before release, and that was pretty sure Cetro and like some other developer, I don't know. But clearly there needs to be some more testing done, just in case. I know that most of this update, I feel like it was pretty balanced, other than Kyokusugetsu stealing your entire HP bar. That makes no sense. I don't know why it does that, but okay. But other than that, I mean, it is a mythical. I do understand why it's OP. I know some people have their complaints about it being OP, which I completely get it. It is OP. I'm not saying it's not. But I really do think that they should let more people test the items and, you know, the new Shikai, new Res, new Volt, whatever is coming up. And just so that way we don't have anything unbalanced, unfair, and we have more opinions to actually give instead of just watching them use it and fight each other. Because obviously when you're watching somebody use it and you have like 1 hour or something to use something new that you've never used in your life, you're probably not going to have the best input on it, and you're also not going to know how to really use it that well. So I think the best option for HAKUDA, as saying this and stuff, I think the best option is honestly to just rework it and make it not have all that air combo stuff. It's just so dumb. I don't know why it does that. HAKUDA should be played on the ground. Maybe keep the true stun and make it a bit more parryable. But other than that, I think it's a bit unfair. Maybe keep like some more gap closing moves, or moves that keep them close to you. That would make more sense for HAKUDA, instead of lifting you up into the air where you're like stuck. That way you can kind of keep the 1v1 factor of you know, having a good one-on-one fight without getting interrupted. Maybe you could buff it, change it around, but honestly I do think it just needs a rework, because this is kind of OD. I still do think that the other skill trees are really strong, and you can still pretty easily beat a HAKUDA user, but it just, I don't know. I've always said that the HAKUDA playstyle makes no sense in Type Soul, because Type Soul, typically, we're not flying. So with HAKUDA, you're flying, but it's only in a combo. So I don't know why that's there. Unless you want to make people fly, then do that, but HAKUDA just doesn't make any sense. And even if we took away the up tilt and just reworked it into being like a ground-based, really combo-y, really close-range thing that can close gaps and keep you close and stunned, it would still be very good, and a lot of people would still use it. But overall, it kind of just undermines the entire idea of Type Soul. But yeah, what do you guys think of this? Let me know your opinions in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Peace.